What's up guys, Zeo here from the Awesome Nerd Show, bringing you some Star Wars Black Series sets. So we have the Black Series Wave, 32 of figures here, so it's got a collection of all sorts of different figures here. So on the front here we have the Doctor Aphra set, of course from the Doctor Aphra Comics, which I did start reading when they first came out, but then I was running out of room for comics and everything, so I just completely gave up on comics, so I don't know what happened throughout the story and everything. But up here front and center we have Dr. Aphra, then we have her two droids, kind of like her killer sidekick droids. We have a 3PO style over here of 000, and then an R2 style unit of BT-1. Then we have some Star Wars Rebels figures of Ezra Bridger and Chopper here, of course, from the Star Wars Rebels series. Then we have Episode 1 ObiWan Kenobi, the Padawan version, which is pretty cool. And so these are all my brother's figures. I collect Black Series, but I'm very picky because I just don't want to have every single figure. And so for out of this set, Obi-Wan's the only one I'm interested in, so I have to find one for myself. But I love Episode 1, so I definitely want that Obi-Wan. But let's go ahead and open each figure and look at them, try out their accessories and everything. Let's just get into it. So first up here is Dr. Aphra, and I do want to say I don't know a whole lot about a lot of these characters, so I don't really have a lot of information. I tried to look it up, but I will be reading their boxes just so you know a little bit more about them. But here's Dr. Aphra, and again, I read her comics when it first started, but I only got a couple issues in. But this looks pretty good and pretty close to exact of what the character looks like in the comics and everything, so it's pretty cool looking. So here we have a look at her face, and so you can see we've got her face designed there with her hair sweeping down to the side and the helmet on that we can obviously take the helmet off, and you can see her hair there. And then she's got the helmet on, which is one of her accessories, and she's got this pilot helmet on, and it's got the glasses and everything there, and it just adds a lot of detail because I think by itself she doesn't look that great, but when you put the helmet on it looks really good. Then we've got the rest of her outfit, which reminds me a lot of Han Solo with the way it's designed and everything. So she has this cream color undershirt with a reddish orange vest over the top of it. As you can see, she has this like tattoo designs. I don't know if that's a part of her, I don't know exactly what that is, but it looks really cool, this design going down on arms. Then she's got some fingerless brown gloves. Then going down we've got her belt, and then she has a holster set. Then she has a holster belt on here as well, the brown, as you can see, very similar to Han Solo. She has a gun similar to Han Solo's as well. Then she's got like blue jeans or a bluish gray color of pants, and then knee-high black leather boots there at the bottom. So very neat design overall. Again, reminds me a lot of Han Solo and everything. So for movements and everything, so we have their head that can twist around side to side and up and down. We have the shoulders that can move up and twist all the way around, the single elbow joint, and then the hand that can twist all the way around and flex. Then we have the twist right under her chest there, as you can see the twist and kind of crunch. Then she has the additional crunch there off to the side that moves right there, as you can see. So she has a lot of movements going on there. No twist at the waist or anything, just because of her joint up there. Then we have her leg moves that can move out and back, but of course limited because the holster is attached, so you can't move it a whole lot beyond that. Then we have the thigh twist, but again, this joint doesn't move very well. We can do this one though, again because of the holster, so it won't twist a whole lot. Then we have the double knee joint there, again, that can move all the way up, and then the foot that can flex and twist around at the bottom. So for her accessories, she had the helmet there, as we already saw there, and then the gun here on the side as well. Again, very similar to Han Solo's. It looks like a DL-44 heavy blaster, again, but not as modified as Han Solo is. So again, continuing on with the similarities between her and Han Solo. And the only other thing I really know about her is that she's an archaeologist, and so she's kind of compared to like the Indiana Jones of the Star Wars universe. But from her box it says, on a mission gone wrong, Dr. Aphra finds herself at the hands of the formidable Sith Darth Vader. A rare survivor of such meetings, Aphra is recruited by Vader for her skills in reprogramming droids and her apparent lack of remorse for breaking the law to get what she wants. So like I said, I just want to read those just so you can kind of get more understanding of who Dr. Aphra is, since I don't really know a whole lot about these characters. But that's going to be it for Dr. Aphra. Next up here is 000, a protocol droid that had the 000 matrix downloaded into it. And I read all this stuff about a thing called the Tarkin Initiative, which pretty much seems like they just took droids and programmed to be mean and evil and like kill people and attack people and everything, but it went bad and everything got destroyed. So again, this is a protocol droid, so it's going to look exactly like C-3PO. Obviously it's a different color. It's a dark gray or silver color here. You can see its face here. It has the red eyes, and then again, very similar head to C-3PO. It's going to be exactly the same body style and everything. The only difference we get to is its hands here. But for movement, so we have the head that can twist all the way around. We have the shoulders that go all the way around and can move a little bit out to the side, but not a whole lot of range of movements because of this covering here. We have the elbows that can move very little. They're attached, so you can't move it a whole lot. You can see it's got this part here that kind of moves like a hydraulic or something that can only allow it to move so far, and then it's kind of stopped back here as well. And then the hands that can twist all the way around and flex side to side. It has like an ab crunch right under here in the opening spots where you can see all the cables. Then the legs that can move out very little, not a whole lot again because of the way it's designed and everything, but you can move it around just a little bit. Has the knee joint here, again, it's just one giant knee joint there that can move back and forth and even forward a little bit, as you can see there. So pretty cool that it does that. And then the foot that can flex back and forth and twist side to side. So the thing that makes this droid very interesting, as you can see, it's got its hand. As you you can see on its hand, it's got like a buzzsaw, a normal saw, and just some sort of blades. On this one, some more blades and prongs and clippers and maybe even a flame right there. I can't really tell what that red thing is exactly. So just a very evil, menacing droid overall. Now for accessories, it does come with some normal protocol style hands. So it has a hand here that looks like it can hold a gun though, and then just another grip hand there as well. And so from its box, it says activated by Doctor Aphra, 000 is a droid program for etiquette, protocol, and translations, but also specializes in interrogation and torture. With his fluency in droid language unique to the Tarkin Initiative Labs, the dark silver-plated droid reactivates an assassin astromech droid BT-1. So there's a little bit more information on how evil his droid is and everything, and that's going to be it for 000. And speaking of him, we have BT-1 here itself, or BT as it's known. That is also a killer droid, as we can see, with all sorts of guns and everything on it. So it actually has like an R5-D4 design here, so it's designed exactly like him, but obviously it's all the dark silvery gray color here. And again, it's a killer droid, so it has all these guns on top. So over here on the side, it's got like a flamethrower popping out. Over here, it's got a rocket launcher. You can see its face design here with the eye in the center, and then a projector here on the side and everything. And with this, you can twist the head around. Of course, it kind of adjusts the legs. And you want to twist it around to the left, so if you twist it up, you can see the foot on the bottom going up there, and you can twist it back to bring it back down again. Then, of course, has the legs on the side here, so the wheelie leg, so it's got one on each side that can twist around and move everything. Even can adjust down here, so you can obviously get it to do the lean back and roll style there, with, of course, with the center leg here that can also adjust as well to be able to fit on the ground. So we have the guns up here on the top. Of course, like the flamethrower here can twist around and everything, and these do pop off, so you can just pull them right off. But unfortunately, you then have the gap here, and it doesn't come with just the pieces to cover it, so you just have to kind of leave this on here. Again, same on this side. The rocket launchers can like twist around and adjust and everything, and they pop right off as well. Then on its body, we have some compartments that open up, which do have little arms that come out that can go into computers and everything. And then we also have another one on this side as well that can stick out just like that. Then again, we have the center leg that we already saw that can, you know, twist up into the body and adjust there. And then some last thing does come with some additional accessories here that go onto the legs, so you just pop these little parts off of the legs and then place these on, so they go on the legs like that. So add some more like rockets or something, and some prongs over here on this side. Again, I don't know exactly what all they do, but it just makes this droid look super crazy. So from his box, it says a hostile astromech droid BT-1 or BT works with Dr. Aphra alongside the protocol droid 000 on the destructive mission. The black metal plated droid is heavily armed with flamethrowers and other destructive weapons, of course, as we have seen all over its body and everything. And again, a cool assassin style droid here. And that's going to be it for BT. Next up from Star Wars Rebels, we have Ezra Bridger, and again is another character I don't know a whole lot about. I've only seen a little bit of Rebels, but what I have seen, this looks very similar. Of course, it's a cartoon, so it's not hard to translate a cartoon character into an action figure or anything, but it looks pretty cool. So here's a look at his face there. Again, I think it looks very similar to the cartoon. You can see his blue eyes there and everything, and his purplish color hair. Then we've got his outfit, which looks like he's kind of in like a pilot's orange jumpsuit. Then he has a coat on over the top, a belt here with some holsters on it. He's got some padding on his knees, and then a shin guard here on the one leg, and then some brown boots down there at the bottom. Then of course he does have some green gloves on his hands there, and it's just a neat looking figure overall. And you can see on the back of his jacket there, it's got that logo. So for movements, we have the head that can twist around, shoulder that can twist all the way around and move up about that far, the single elbow joint here, and the wrist that can twist around and flex. Then we have an ab crunch and twist right under his chest there, so you can see it twisting around. No waist twist though, unfortunately, but then you can see his legs, so his legs can move a little bit, but again, because of these holsters on his thighs, it doesn't allow it to move too much. But he does have a thigh twister there, of course, right under the holster. Then a double knee joint there, and the foot that can flex and twist side to side. And his jacket on top here is kind of loose, so you can take it off, but of course it would look silly without it, everything, so you just want to leave it on there. And for his accessories, he comes with his helmet that he has seen wearing in the show a couple times, so you can probably just slip it right on. So you can just slip it right on his head like that. I don't think it looks too good, but I would just rather have it off. And then of course he comes with his lightsaber here, a special lightsaber that has adjustable blade, and then a gun built in here that shoots stun. And I forgot to mention on his holster here, so on one side he has a pocket, and the other side he has the holder here for his lightsaber. So it has a little clip here, so I assume you could just like put it on, slide it on there. But when I tried doing it, it's just kind of bending too much, so it doesn't really hold it. So I just kind of slip it in through there and just put it on like this bottom section here, and it kind of dangles. And of course you should be able to take the blade off. I hate doing that and stuff, and I'm always afraid I'm gonna like break the part in here, but usually on the lightsabers they do that. But so of course then you could put it on there without the lightsaber sticking out and everything, but it looks pretty cool still. So Ezra is a force sensitive, and he becomes a Padawan after being a freedom fighter. And from his box, it says, growing up, Ezra learned to trust no one and to rely on his street smarts and subconscious force abilities to survive. This all changed changes with his introduction to the crew of the Ghost, a small band of rebels fighting back against the Empire. Ezra comes to believe in their cause and sees that he can help change the galaxy for the better. So then he gets in line with Kane and stuff, of course, the part of the Ghost their crew, and gets trained to become a Jedi. And so that's gonna be it for Ezra. And continue on with Rebels here, we have Chopper, or C-110P, but he mostly goes by Chopper. But this is a cool, funny looking droid and everything, so I really like this a lot. He's of course short and stouter and chubbier than most droids, and I think that makes him look really cute. So we have his head up here, so he's got the orange top with the tannish color body. On top of his head, he does have like this dish up here at the top, and then these arms that do come out of the side. Of course, he's always waving around stuff, but you can pin them in and put them back inside, so they kind of stick in the side of his head. But he usually always has them out and stuff, waving around and everything. Then we have his main body here again in the tan color, and it has this hand that comes out, so it has like a little grip hand there, and that's about all the like accessory type things he has there. Then of course his legs on the side, and as you can see, they do not match, so he's got like the normal looking leg here, and then a different style design leg over here on this side. And then he also has a wheel here in the center. His head does twist around, but it does not affect the wheel like it did on BT, but this one you just pop out. So it's unfortunately though, if you put it in, it goes all the way, like it can go up even farther, but then I can't get it out, so it goes up farther in. So like just to get it to where he would still roll, you just barely push it in there. It does stick, but I don't like that it doesn't like lock into where it should be. So there you can see he kind of has it out so he can roll around and everything. But then he comes with accessories, so he has his missing leg here, so we can take this leg off and put the proper leg back on, so he has his missing leg again, so he now is a full and complete droid again. Other accessories he comes with, so you can pull his leg out there from the center and put this in, and it has a blast effect, so you know it'd be like he's flying and everything. And to go along with it, it also comes with this fire blast for the ground, and you just take it and kind of sit him inside of it, and then you just have to kind of get it to balance around and everything. So there it's kind of looking like he's blasting off, so there you can see him kind of blasting off and flying and everything, so it looks pretty fun and cool. And from his box it says Chopper is a resident droid of the Ghost, assisting the crew in everything from ship maintenance to combat, even though he doesn't always want to. After many years of repairs and patch jobs, Chopper has beat up, worn look that matches his sometimes cranky personality. And for some of the pieces that come out, so he's got eventually has a welder arm, rocket boost, as you can see here, a probe, shock prod, grasping arms, which you can see at the top there, a projector, and a buzz saw. So he's got all sorts of different little things hidden inside of his body there. But that's going to be it for Chopper. And our last figure here is Episode 1 Obi-Wan Kenobi in his Padawan look. So here's a look up close at it. So you can see his face there again. They probably did the newer face scan design there, and it does look very similar to Ewan McGregor with his look during Episode 1. So I think they did a really good job. Like when I first saw it, I was kind of surprised how close it looked to him and everything. So I'm very surprised by that. Then we have a short haircut design again with the Padawan. So he has the ponytail here in the back. So he's got the long hair there at the back. And of course the Padawan braid coming down off the side of his head, down here too in front of his chest. Then he's in the Jedi outfit. So he's got this cream color outfit, like tunic part up here at the top, a belt on here with all sorts of little pockets and everything. Again, cream color style pants in the same design. And then the knee-high Jedi boots, brown boots down here at the bottom. So for movements, his head can twist all the way around. Of course, his braid moves along with him and everything. Then we got the shoulders that can move a little bit, but kind of limited again by the outfit design here. But it does rotate all the way around, as you can see there. Then it's got this single elbow joint there, the kind of big joint. And then the hand that can spin around and flex. No ab crunch, but it does have like the twist and movement right here above the belt, so kind of can crunch and twist at the same point. So it's kind of an all-in-one joint. And then the legs that can move up quite a bit. Again, the outfit's kind of somewhat in the way, but it's got these loop flaps and stuff, so it can move, so it can go out about 90 degrees and back, and can probably, yeah, by this design, twist all the way around. It does have the thigh twist again there. Double knee joint that can put his foot all the way up to his butt and everything. And then the foot that can flex and twist side to side. And so, of course, for Obi-Wan, we have to have his lightsaber here too. So we have the blue lightsaber, and it has the little peg that hooks onto the belt, so you just push it in there. Of course, you can take the lightsaber off again and have it just hanging there on his belt. But more importantly, fits in his hand, of course, so he can battle with it. And so just from his box, it says, like all Jedis of his era, Obi-Wan Kenobi was raised in the Jedi Temple from a very young age. He first underwent training with Yoda before being assigned to Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn in his teens. So again, all very similar to stuff we see there from Episode 1 and everything. And again, a very nice looking figure overall. I really like this a lot. And again, this is the only figure I personally want out of this set, so it's pretty cool. And that's it in general for Wave 32 of the Star Wars Black Series figures. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to let me know who your favorite character was out of this set in the comments down below. Leave a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel to see more figure videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.